In the last video, I introduced myself a little and talked about all the decisions that I made recently and how I ended up here. Today, I want to dig a little deeper into why I made those choices. I want to go a bit deeper into the purpose of this channel and the main goal that I want to achieve. Back then, when I admitted myself into a rehab, I was serious about getting clean and staying clean. At the end of those 5 years of cat abuse, I also almost took my life, and instead of doing that, I searched for nearest rehab on Google one evening. So it is obvious that I wanted to stay clean after that rehab. That was the whole plan. But at that time I was still walking in zombie mode. I didn't have any goals at that time. I wasn't even slightly aware of my emotions. I wasn't aware of the mental illnesses impacting me. When I was in rehab back then, I told my counselor that I don't plan on quitting weed. Even then it helped me more than it did not. So I did make one crucial mistake though. I should have listened to them when they said to quit alcohol. Because at the end of the day, alcohol is the thing that made me relapse. Alcohol is out of the question. A big no-no. I will not be drinking it again. I cannot take that chance. I don't regret quitting vaping as well. I haven't felt better. After I got back from rehab, I stayed with my parents for about a year, I think. I was clean from cat. Everything was going well. Eventually I told them I wanted to move back to the city and try again. My reasoning back then was, at some point in my life I'm gonna be alone and I'm gonna have to know how to cope alone. So I said, it's now or never. Yeah, that was a mistake. I was not ready, and I am still not ready. As soon as I moved out of my parents' house back to the city, slowly but surely I was heading for relapse. Eventually, I crossed some boundaries with this friend I was staying with. I know what I did wasn't right, and I know I was stupid to trust those two people the way I did. That led to me moving to my own place. Small flat, uptown. It was fantastic. It was solitude. It was a safe place, you know. But that's where all the shit really started. At that time, I was still telling myself that I'd rather be alone, that I prefer being alone. I didn't know I was lying to myself, and I didn't know it would be the thing that broke me. The loneliness. Before she moved in, being alone was still bearable. I was semi-alright. I'm positive I already had relapsed before she moved in, but I wasn't overdoing it yet. I remember nights that I refused to use because I didn't want to stay awake alone. But the moment the opportunity came up for someone that also uses crystal to move in with me, all sense of logic just went out the window. I ignored every single red flag, even though they were clear as daylight. I ignored them flat. All that I knew was I wouldn't be alone anymore. Even though that I knew we were going to use together, and I knew it would end badly. It would end very badly, but yeah, those thoughts were way back in my mind, silently whispering, hoping for me to hear them, and I didn't. Back then, I didn't have values or boundaries. I didn't even know what they were. I didn't even know you're supposed to have them. That's the saddest part of all. I'm probably the most boring addict ever when I'm high. Just playing games on my phone, tweaking. I had no self-esteem whatsoever when I was high. I never wanted to leave the house because it was always in my head. I was always wondering if people knew how messed up I was, because I felt messed up. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people also saw how messed up I was. Snorting crystal is one thing, but snorting crystal and smoking weed at the same time, that's not a good idea. I got to a whole new level of tweaking. Those nights are non-existent. I don't even know how I looked. I remember evenings we had conversations about how badly I was tweaking the night before, and me just smoking weed again the next night. It was not a fun experience. While I was high ×2, she would be going live on TikTok or be on video calls with her friends. I don't blame her for going live on TikTok or video calling with her friends. It's just who she is and it's her personality. But I didn't want to be seen or heard when I was tweaking like that, so it shot my anxiety way up. I used to sit on the toilet for like hours, for hours, basically just hiding, wanting to be alone on my phone, playing games, fun, but really broke me at what I really didn't understand at first. Why did the heartbreak hurt so much? Why did it hurt that badly when I did not even really enjoy the company that we were in? I don't even blame her for moving out. I don't think I was an easy person to live with. We were living on instant noodles. We were bad with money. We were making loans left and right, borrowing from friends. If I were in her shoes, I would have left also. We were not good for each other at all. I was really shocked at how devastated I was when she moved out, and how much I was willing to do to keep her there. I mean, I bought a car to try and keep her there. I was just content in living in that illusion. The illusion that she'd stay. The illusion that one day we'd help each other get clean. Yeah, illusion. I'm glad she left. She forced me to hit rock bottom. That Saturday afternoon after work, when I got home to an empty flat, my brain decided that's the end. It decided that there's no way that I'm getting clean again. There's no money for rehab. The job won't give me enough time to recover. My brain probably said, screw it. I'm not surviving this, so let's see how much I can borrow and how much I can maybe win while gambling. In my head, I was already dead. The part of my brain that reminded me that my choices affects other people, it hanged itself. I was just a meat sack full of crystal, weed and alcohol. There was no one inside. My daily routine for those 3 months were wake up, sometimes late for work, sit on the toilet, cry, pull my hair, hit the walls next to me, hit the floor, hit myself, get ready for work, go to work. I probably went to the toilet like 8 times a day. At work it was to take a line, refresh. And at home it was to be alone. She had me hooked. I would still take drugs. I would still take crystal for her to where she worked. I went with the car I bought before it overheated. Still buy her a gram and take it. But I had this anxiety. I couldn't enter that place. I couldn't leave the car. I just couldn't. I would just sit in the car after she collected, and after having a panic attack in the car, I would go home and then continue to sit in the car and just. The pain was unbearable. I cannot explain it. It was. I would sit on a couch. I never put on anything to watch, no music, just silence. I would get up to go and do something, and halfway there I would just double over and just break. The tears would just, I would stand in the doorway and let it all out. This was a daily thing for 3 months. It was terrible. Eventually, after there was no more food left in the house and a lot of debt, I really wanted to get clean again. I told my best friend that I'm using, and I'm going to be using this weekend to sleep so that I can maybe be okay on Monday to work. Okay, so sleep from Friday evening to Monday morning, just eating a few times in between. Did not work. Still just broke down from wake till night. Eventually I told my boss that I'm having a hard time with the withdrawal symptoms. She gave me a week to go to my parents. I wanted to go to the state hospital, but the system wasn't there for me. I haven't heard anything till today. Actually glad I didn't go. I sort of sorted myself out quite a bit. Still need improvement, but I have improved quite a bit. I know what I want to achieve now. I don't know how I'm going to achieve it yet, but I do know that I want to own my own rehab one day. I want to help people, because I know that feeling of being stuck in the life of addiction. And I think there's a lot of people like me who are alone through that. And it sucks. So, while I don't have my rehab just yet, what I can do now is I can be a role model. I'm trying to live a healthier lifestyle with cannabis. A structured, disciplined routine I follow every day. Cannabis dulls my other cravings. Alcohol, vaping, crystal, cat, gambling. So I'm not gonna be quitting weed. I will be growing my own garden soon. I'll be creating a playlist and take you with me. You'll get inside scoop of everything. I'll be creating a workout playlist that you'll be able to follow along with, starting from level 1, working up. I'm not in a place to help anyone, but maybe I can be an example. maybe I can show you what you're capable of. This is just the beginning. I won't be stopping no matter what.